Okay, so apparently you guys hit the like goal. And apparently 2 likes is easy for you guys to make. Now I want to set it up to 3 because, it's supposed to be my day off, guys, but you guys are hitting the like goal. 3 likes, and I'll make the new part as soon as I catch on that you guys hit 2 likes. So 3 likes, and I'll make a new like. And I'll make a new one of these. You guys like this series way too much. Okay, remember 3 likes, and I'll make a new one. So this is going to be part 3 of what I've never tried the 10 Tales. 3 parts today, each 28 minutes long. Oh god. I'm gonna have to make an hour. I'm gonna make this one 45 minutes, or try to. Oh god. Recap. Last part we left off was when Black Zetsu came in the mindscape and Naruto and Kaguya were having a date, and then she sent both of them out, and then Naruto was complaining that Black Zetsu ruined it. Oh god, you guys like this series way too much. And Kakashi was asleep. And then we're going on to the tuning exams. Actually, give me a second. Okay, so yeah, I was leaving off on the tuning exams. Naruto came late again, eating dumplings. They yell at him and called him a demon and all that, demon brat. As like I said before, everyone hates him. But they are afraid to act because of Kakashi. So, and then Kakashi comes 30 minutes later. Same stuff. Oh, I did actually say we were going to... No, the tuning exams are today. Never mind. I didn't... I said that last time. I'm forgetting now. Yeah, I said that last time, hopefully. And, we're going to on the day where the tuning exams are happening. Naruto's just walking down. He sees, someone getting bullied by a sand ninja. As Naruto walks over and, tells, Kankuro, he tells, as we know, Kankuro to set him down. Kankuro says, "No, Brat walked into me." As then Naruto punches Kankuro in the face, pushing him back 50 feet. Grabbing Konohamaru, same bad as saying names, grabbing Konohamaru and placing him down. As then Naruto starts walking to the tuning exams. Remember, since Naruto has the 10 tails, the 1 tail Shikaku isn't out. It's only Kaguya. So, Gaara still has control over sand. He still has control over sand and all of that. As a side note here, thank you all for subscribing. Forgot to put this in the beginning. Please subscribe, hit that bell if you want to, and leave a like. Remember, 3 likes and you get the next part as soon as possible. So, he walks in and he notices the Genjutsu because he has the Rinnegan always activated. Danzo has tried to come at him, but he's always failed. If you want to know, that's a side note. So then Naruto sees through the Genjutsu. His teammates doesn't until Sasuke points it out after Naruto's already going away. They weren't going to stop him from walking away from the exams. And he's like, "Oh, this is Genjutsu," Sasuke says. So he's like, Sakura, you must have seen it. As I don't know how Sakura didn't see it in the anime, but she just nods her head. Yeah, she didn't see in this one either, but making that happen. As she said, yeah, I saw the genjutsu. And as Naruto was walking up the stairs, Lee got interested and challenged Naruto in a fight. As then Lee looked at Sakura and was like, you must be Sakura Haruno. Will you be my girlfriend? And that blow kiss thing? Yeah, that happened. And it's like, Naruto, since you're the strongest, I challenge you. Sasuke kind of gets mad at this and like, he's not the strongest. As then, Naruto's like, whatever. As he's walking away, Lee's like, fine, I'll deal with you first. As then he beats up Sasuke. Like there's no tomorrow. Because Sasuke didn't get his one Tomo yet. Because Naruto just dealt with Zabuza and Haku right then and there. So, yeah. So, So, Lee just beats on Sasuke. And the turtle comes out, pops out my guy. And, they had that hit love relationship. That one. They went through that. And then, I can't think right now. And then they go inside, and Naruto understands all of these questions. He's smart. As when he got done, he waited for the 10th question, which there were still 2 hours remaining. He got it done in 0.5 seconds. As Sasuke is trying to read his movements, even though without the Sharingan, he's still smart. But they're just way too fast. As he's waiting for the 10th question. While he's waiting, he goes in his mindscape to see Kaguya. He's like, hi, Kaguya. And she's like, hi, Naruto. They had a chat. They're talking about how they have a dinner date tonight. Again, let's hope Black Zetsu doesn't ruin it. And he asked, why'd you push me out when Black Zetsu was the one who did that? And she was like, I felt embarrassed. He's like, okay, well, you want to have another dinner date tonight too? As she smiles and she nods, blushing a bit. As Naruto's blushing a bit too, he goes out of his mindscape. As Sasuke was looking at him weird. Like, why was he blushing? Everyone looks at him weird because they notice this, even Ibaki. Because he knows that unless he can picture someone talking to him, or has a crush on someone and can see them right now, then why would he be blushing? As Naruto was just looking up at the sky with his paper flipped down. He was just looking up at the sky. He was like, As Black Zetsu was in the wall noticing this, and he has full control over White Zetsu. So, yeah. And then the 10th question comes, and a lot of people leave, this. If you fail this question, you'll never be able to take the Chunin exams again. But if you leave right now, you'll be able to take the Chunin exams again. As so then Naruto's team didn't leave. Yeah. The Konoha 12. Right? Wait, hold on. Oh, let me think about that real quick. I guess it's the 9. I was confused for a second. Then the Konoha 9 passes, obviously. And, they go, Naruto wasn't paying attention at all because he had a ginormous grin thinking about the dinner date tonight with Kaguya. As Kaguya could see this, and she was blushing a lot. As then, he's looking up at the sky. Anko knew he wasn't listening at all. Anko threw a kunai. But then it got engulfed by one of those ginormous, Sage 6 path balls. You know, you know what I mean. And it got thrown back. And she was surprised because it like, you know, the overcoat she was wearing, it kind of cut that. And the reason why I have it on this picture so much is because I like the image. And then Naruto revealed this dark presence, but it was nothing compared to other things. So he just didn't care about it. So then it was the Force of Death time. As Naruto sent clones, and they beat up, and 5 seconds later they came back with 5 scrolls. 6 scrolls of each. No, 7 scrolls of each. So you had 2 heaven, earth, 2 heaven, earth, another 2 heaven, earth, and 1 heaven, which Naruto had earth. So that made they had 4 pairs. As Naruto kept this in one of the black balls behind his back. He shoved all the scrolls into that one. As, so no one could touch them or get them. As then Orochimaru comes. He's like, Sasuke, I want your body. No, Sasuke. No, he would want Naruto's body, but he'd settle with Sasuke's. Naruto, I want your body. He's like, nope, I'm saving it for someone. Making that a fun little joke. At a serious moment, he's like, you know that weird tongue thing he does? Pedophile? I'm trying to make this longer, but I'm running out of things to talk about since I'm good. Okay, fight. So, Orochimaru comes slithering, tries to go for a jab, but then one of the Sage 6 pass balls, the black balls, come out from his back. Truth-seeking orbs, yeah, sorry. I couldn't remember their name. One of the truth-seeking orbs comes and blocks any hit. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are just sitting in one of the truth-seeking orbs. So no one could touch him. As Orochimaru was mad at this, because he knew he cannot touch Naruto at all. And Naruto just sitting down meditating. And then he's in his mindscape talking to Kaguya. Kaguya is like, I knew you were thinking about me. Thinking about the date and all that. And Naruto started blushing. He's like, I'm going back to the real world. She's like, what? No, you're not. She blocks him from leaving. Gotta admit to it. Naruto blushes and says, fine. As she was kind of playful in this. You know how she was happy before her significant other died? Yeah, it's kind of like this. That. And then she smiles and is like, okay, fine, you can go now. And then she lets him leave. And so he leaves and he goes to deal with Orochimaru. Now this is just one swift kick. As he now knows he can't touch Sasuke or Naruto. Because he has Sasuke encased in one of the truth-seeking orbs. So he can't, attack him. So he's like, okay, fine. As then he just disappears on the tree. As Naruto has Sakura and Sasuke still in the truth-seeking orbs, and he releases them. As Sasuke was like, "What was that, demon?" As Naruto kind of said, "None of your business, Uchiha." As this kind of made Sasuke mad, but he can't really hurt Naruto. As always, the truth-seeking orbs would just block it. And Sasuke's foot would start to hurt after a while, trying to kick at him. So, they just go to the tower, and they throw down the 2 scrolls, and Gachi comes out. And sees Naruto has, 6 others, and he's like, "How many teams did you have to beat to get those?" He's like, 6 teams. As, Gachi had a little eye smile saying, "Okay." As then he's like, "You have 4 days left till the Chunin exams happen. The third and final stage of the Chunin exams. Be prepared." As he says this, and then he sunshines away. Okay. Since he sunshined away, they sunshined to their room. Naruto ate something, then he went in his mindscape. As just about when he got in his mindscape, he sensed Black Zetsu. He's like, "Black Zetsu, come out." Black Zetsu just comes out of the wall saying, "How'd you sense me?" And he's like, "I did." "Are you going to ruin our dinner again?" Black Zetsu's like, "Nope. I just want to see my mother again." He's like, "Okay." He sends him in before he goes in. He's like, "Hello there, mother." "Hello there, mother," he says. And she's like, "Hello." As they talk for a bit, and then Black Zetsu comes out of his mindscape, and he's like, "Okay, you may leave. I will be going now. Get going now." And Black Zetsu just rolls back in the wall, spying on Naruto still. As Naruto goes back to his mindscape, and he sees Kaguya, and Naruto imagines a ginormous feast, and they're staying together, they're staying right beside each other, and they're eating, talking, having a great time. And, Naruto asks, I believe, isn't there, I'll do some research, but, isn't there a way for, the Biju to become out as a human form for a bit, or no? I'll think about that. Or I'll make it up. Either way, I'll find it out. Or just make it up. Because he kind of wants to spend outside of his mindscape, just walking around the city and all of that. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'll figure that out after the tuning exams and all that. As I'm going into the 3-year time skip. Almost. Oop. There's still going to be some time. As then, 4 days have passed. Naruto's been doing this. He's actually been sleeping in his mindscape. As Sasuke and Sakura, notice Naruto hasn't came out of his room for the past 4 days. As they're trying to get in, but it's locked all the time. And there's security seals on it all the time. So he can't get in. As they're like, what is he doing in there? As Gachi comes out and says, "Oh, where's Naruto?" And they're still in his room, doing something. Kakashi is able to get in. You have to know some secret hand signs. As he's like, "Okay, you all go to the tuning exams area, and I'll go get Naruto." As he does some secret hand signs, and he sees Naruto just in his mindscape is just eyes closed, and he's like, he's been asleep for 4 days. As he wakes up Naruto's like, what do you want? Says in like a not tired, but bored tone. As Kakashi's like, oh, good morning. Time for the tuning exams. I was like, okay. As he gets up, and he sunshines to the area. As they're like, what are you doing in there? What were you doing in there for 4 days? He's like, not telling you. As then they were about to yell at him, but the third Hokage comes and says, well, and he says his speech about the tuning exams and all of that. How am I supposed to make this an hour, dude? And all the fights basically go the same. Except for Kiba's. As Naruto just sat in a truth-seeking orb the whole entire time. As he had a clone fighting Kiba. As this clone only used taijutsu. As it beat Kiba. As in, it poofed. As Naruto let down his truth-seeking orb. And he had a smile on his face. Because he was still talking to Kaguya. And everyone was surprised that a clone was able to defeat a normal person. As then, Naruto walked up and everyone gave him death glares. All of that. As then, the 1 month training period happens. No, hold on. We have to go through context and all that. Kakashi says to Naruto and Sasuke, meet me at Training Ground 7 at 7 a.m. Naruto shakes his head. So does Sasuke. Naruto sunshines out of there. Back to his house. No, actually he's walking because he doesn't want to be like that. And he sees an old man peeping on some girls. As Kaguya got mad. Because she thought women's privacy is always needed. As then, Naruto taps on the man's shoulder saying, what are you doing? As then, he sends a truth-seeking orb. He doesn't. He sends, he sends a truth-seeking orb, and it puts, the old, Jiraiya, as we know him, in a truth-seeking orb. And he tells, and then he releases the old man, as the old man screams, as the girls run away. Naruto's like, yep, that's what you get. The old man's like, ouch. You shall respect me. I am one of the legendary Sannin. Jiraiya. As then Naruto's like, what? No. Why should I respect you? You're a pervert. He's like, oh, I'm not. I'm a super pervert. As in, one of the truth-seeking orbs becomes spears. And it hits Jiraiya in the leg, and he's like, ouch! He screams out in pain. As then he releases and says, sorry, Kaguya, someone doesn't like you being a mega pervert. And who's that? I'm not telling you. Now, I should be going, what's your name, boy? Naruto's like, Naruto. Jiraiya perked up an ear at this and said, you wouldn't be Naruto Uzumaki, right? I was like, maybe, why? As then Naruto, and then Jiraiya's like, so you're my godson. Naruto's like, what? As Jiraiya was like, yeah. Whereas Naruto was like, whatever. As then he's walking away, and Jiraiya was like, hey, you want to train for the month period? Naruto's like, nope. Ezra like, I'll teach you toad summoning. And Naruto's like, nope. I have a cooler summon. Akagi's like, you're not going to turn into the Ten Tails, are you? There's like, maybe. Kaguya is kind of happy, but kind of sad at the same time, because everyone will see it and everyone will question. As like, there's no other better summoning than the toads. And Naruto's like, you want to prove it? It's, as he's just getting Jiraiya mad, he's like, yeah. And Naruto was like, okay, fine, meet me at Training Ground 7. As then, they meet at Training Ground 7 at 2 p.m. As he put everyone in a genjutsu so they wouldn't see it. As then, Jiraiya's like, let me summon mine first. As he goes through some hand signs and it says, summoning jutsu. As Gamakichi. Was it? It was Gamabuta? Gambuta. Yeah, Gambuta. Gambuta. Came out and was like, what do you want, pervert? I was like, this dude said toad summoning suck. And Gamabunta got mad. I keep on thinking of the small yellow toad, but Gamabunta, the big toad, got mad. Saying, what did he say? He said he had a better summoning than you. As Gamabunta is like, what? No, there's no other better summoning. And then he's like, as then Naruto turns into this form of the Ten Tails, but there's not the infinite Tsukunomi. As Gamabunta kind of gets scared and he's like, Jiraiya, who did you make angry? As Jiraiya got scared too, he's like, come on, Gamabunta, we can do this, says in a fair voice. As Gamabunta's like, you know that's the Ten Tails, right? And then Jiraiya's like, yeah, we can still do it, come on, you're the best summon. As Gamabunta is like, I don't think I'm better than the Ten Tails. As then, it's like massive, bigger than Gamabunta. As Jiraiya's like, what do you mean? And Jiraiya's like, come on. As Gamabunta feels like he might be able to beat it, but he doesn't know. It's in the hands, as in the back tails start flaring around, destroying the area. As Jiraiya's like, how? What? As then it grabs Gamabunta and throws it into a mountain. Tried to hop off, and then Gamabunta came hopping back, but limping at the same time. And Jiraiya's like, how fast? What? As then Gamabunta looks the Ten Tails straight in the eye. We all know this is a mistake, and then Gamabunta gets put under his genjutsu. As then the Gamabunta turns to Jiraiya, pulls out his sword and flings it and slices at Jiraiya. Jiraiya has to jump away. And then Naruto turns back to normal. So he just turns back to this form, and then Gamabunta returns. As Jiraiya's like, hey, we don't have to get mad now. As then Naruto releases Genjutsu. And Jiraiya's like, how did people not notice you? As Naruto's like, Genjutsu. As Jiraiya's like, if I tell people, they'll just think I'm crazy. Exactly. So what you going to do? As Jiraiya's like, fine, I guess I won't teach you. Not even this. And then he uses the Rasengan. As Naruto sees this, and he's like, and then he puts out his hand and Rasengan forms. As Jiraiya's like, how do you already know the Rasengan? And Naruto's like, I know all jutsus. and and so see, I even know the infinite Tsukunomi, and let's just say you all lose. As a Katsuki are still a thing, they want the 10 tails, so they can do the infinite Tsukunomi and all that. Because if Naruto opened his third eye and looked at the moon, the infinite Tsukunomi would happen. And Jiraiya was surprised because he'd heard about the infinite Tsukunomi. So yeah. And Nagato can't summon the 10 tails if it's sealed inside someone. So they have to just get the 10 tails straight away. As Jiraiya's like, fine, let's just fight me and you can't use ninjutsu. As Naruto is like, okay. As he puts out his hand and a spear comes out. And he's like, that's ninjutsu. And he says, no, it's not. It's my true seeking orb. And he's like, ready? And he goes, and he's like, Toad Mouth Jutsu. But before he could even do this, he was put in a true seeking orb. As then Jiraiya's like, what? And Naruto's like, yes. Jiraiya, you can't do anything. It's as strong as the 8th gates. You better know all 8th gate. You better know all the 8 gates if you want to break out my true seeking orb. Jiraiya's like, can't possibly get out now. Did I say in the training exams that the rest of the things happen? So, like, the same thing's going to happen. Except Naruto jumping down there saying all the other stuff about Hinata and all that. And that he will end Neji's life. So, then Naruto wins the fight. Jiraiya was surprised he could win this fast, but he knew Naruto isn't a pushover. And so Jiraiya decided, I'm not going to mess with this kid. As then he goes to the third Hokage and asks if he can train Naruto. The third Hokage is like, yeah, why didn't you already ask? Well, Naruto said the Toad summoning jutsu was weak compared to his summoning jutsu. And the third Hokage was surprised that Naruto knew his summoning jutsu. He's like, what summoning jutsu does Naruto know? And he's like, the 10 tails. I was just surprised this year isn't, but he's like, no, Naruto can't know that. As long as the 10 tails is sealed, he can't know that. That's what worries Jiraiya. Yeah, that's what worries me. That the 10 tails is not in its cage. As then the Hiruzen calls Naruto and he's like, yes? And he's like, can you transform into the 10 tails? And he's like, no, why? And he's like, Jiraiya told me you could. And he's like, I see. You believe a perv more than you believe me? As Hiruzen gains a grin, well, he's not the only perv. As Naruto's like, face palms. And Hiruzen's like, but can you actually? And I was like, why? Why would that be worrying if I could? Because the 10 tails is a tail beast that is all about causes destruction, and if it broke loose, then we would be worried about the village. And I was like, okay, it didn't break loose. As Jiraiya was like, you liar. And I was like, why would I be lying to the third Hokage? Jiraiya's like, I don't know. Why would you? I'd be like, exactly. Why would I lie to the third Hokage? It would make no sense. So I'm telling the truth. As then Jiraiya got mad, but he was like, okay, Naruto, how about we fight with our summonings? And Naruto's like, didn't we already do this already? As Jiraiya's like, I want to show the third Hokage what your summoning is. Naruto's like, okay. As he fights, as they go in, and Naruto puts Hiruzen their Genjutsu to make it look like a toad. As Naruto goes through hand sides for the summoning jutsu, as he becomes the Ten Tails, and Gamabunta came out again. And Gamabunta's like, why are you making me fight him again? And he says, it's just for proof. Hiruzen, do you see? As Hiruzen's like, yeah, that's a toad summoning. As Naruto's like, thank you. And then he goes back to his normal form like this, and Jiraiya's like, what? That's not Toad. It's the Ten Tails. And then he thinks Jiraiya's going crazy because that's no Ten Tails. That was a Toad. And he's like, the only possible way I could think that if it was the Ten Tails and I could think it was the Toad was Genjutsu. And then Jiraiya asked Naruto if he put him under Genjutsu, and Naruto's like, no, why? Why would I do that to Toad? As then the month goes by, Jiraiya didn't teach Naruto. And so Naruto already knew the Rasengan and all that. As then the second... As then the Chunin exams finales happen, Naruto wins. We're going to do Shikamaru fight with Tamari first, and then, Tamari wins. And then it's, and so now it's just Naruto versus Neji, and Sasuke versus Gaara. As in Sasuke goes in for a punch, as Naruto is just meditating, smiling, as they don't know what he's doing. This is weird, even for the demon. So he's just talking to Kaguya, having a great time. And then he kind of blushes because him and Kaguya are talking about another date tonight because they haven't had one in a while. As if like, why is he blushing? As Neji just goes in for the fight. And he's like 8 trigrams, 60, and he breaks his hand on the truth-seeking orb. And Neji's like, ouch. As Neji is falling to the ground holding his hand. As Naruto's now just in an orb, meditating, talking to Kaguya. As then a clone pops out of nowhere and is beating up Neji. Neji can't do anything. He's still holding his hand because his fingers are broken. As then Naruto wakes up and is like, okay. I think I'm going to have to end it off here. It's longer. Yeah. Remember, 3 likes and I'll make another part today. 3 likes and another part today. Well, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Maybe this won't be the last time we're seeing each other. Goodbye.